Guys, wait for 5 more minutes because Balaji is stuck in traffic. So he will come. Okay, no need to tension. Section will be there. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry for being late. Can everyone hear me clearly? Crystal clear? Okay. So first of all, before going to prepare the dashboard, let me know if there are any queries from the past Power BI sessions. If you have any question, do post it on the chat. Let's resolve that first. Then we will go on to build the dashboard. If there are no questions, let's start with today's session. First of all, I need to open up Power BI, a blank new Power BI. We create a new dashboard of it. Everybody open a new Power BI. Once you open a new Power BI, load the data, sample data, which I given you in the first session. Sample superstore, this is the data. This is the sample superstore data, just load it. Load orders, peoples, and return. Load the three tables. Everyone load the three tables. So initially I given a data set, right? Sample superstore. You need to load that sample superstore data. You go to the sample superstore data. This one, this is the data which I given to you in the first session. Load orders, peoples, and returns. All the three tables. Orders, peoples, and returns. And once you load it, do let me know. Then we can start the dashboard preparation. Is everyone loaded the data? Okay, once you loaded, what will be the first step? Can anybody tell me? I have loaded the data into my Power BI. What should be a first step? Transform data. But before that, when we will go to transform data, once we know that data is not in the proper format, then only you transform. If the data is in the proper format itself, then why we need to transform, right? So first of all, let's check the data first. In the orders table, we have the proper headers. We don't have any errors over here. Okay. Let's go to people table. The first row is not the header. We need to change that. Okay, if you see this, it has header column 1 and column 2. That means the first row is not the header. We need to change that. Let's go into the returns. If you see, we don't have headers over there. Then the header is at the end of the table. If you see, the header is at the end of the table. We also need to correct this. And also, if you see the order number, they are repeated. Can you see the order numbers are repeated? So we need to remove the duplicates. Right? We need to remove the duplicates. So let's go into the transform data. First of all, let's save this particular dashboard. I said sales analytics dashboard. Let's first save the dashboard. Once we save the workbook, let's go into the transform data. Okay. Row ID, order date, everything is in the proper data type. Can you see everything is in the proper data type? So now let's go to the people. What is the transformation step we need to do over here? Can anybody tell me over the chat window? Transform date as use. Transform data, use first row as header. Right, perfect. I have the option to use the first row as header over here. I just click on that. Can you see? Now the first row is used as a header. Now go to returns. And what should be the step over here? What should the step should I do? Same first row as header. And what should be the next step? What should be my next step? There are duplicates. I need to remove it. Right? I need to remove the duplicates. So I go over here, remove rows, and I say remove duplicate rows. Wait. To remove the duplicate rows, if I select this particular column, it will remove duplicates from here. If you see, if I click on remove duplicates, there are only one particular distinct value, so everything is removed. So I need to select both the things, both the columns, and say remove duplicates. Now, can you see all the duplicates are removed? We have the distinct order number and the status, whether it's returned or not. Okay. Now close and apply. I again repeat these steps, which all the steps we have done. In the people's table, we use first row as header. In the returns table, we use first row as header and remove duplicates from these two columns. Okay. Once that's done, we say close and apply. Once you apply these steps and you have this particular window, do let me know. We can start building the dashboard. So it's everybody loaded the data. Okay. Now what should the first step before building the dashboard? I need to give the page name first. What should be? So whenever we build the dashboard, we need to go from top to bottom approach. That means first of all, we give a summary of what we are showing. What is the kind of descriptive analytics we are showing. First page should be a summary. Second page, we go more deep into it. Like what is the sales, in which region the sales is higher, in which time period the sales is higher, and so on. First of all, we give a broader view about all the data in a single page. Then we go one step below saying in each product group, what how the sales is performing. Then we go by people wise or any other dimension which you have. We go deep dive into it. So first of all, let's give the name as summary. Okay, once you give the name as summary, let's insert a title. Go to insert a text box and give the title to it. Let's give a title. What should be the title? Can I say sales analytics? No, summary should not be title. You need to give a good title like sales analytics or something like that. Sales analytics. Then increase the font. Make it into the center. If you want to change the font, you can change it as well. Okay. Let's give some background color as well for this. How can I give the background color? Go to effects. In the background, give some lighter shade. For example, I give this lighter shade of gray. Can you see? Okay. Unable to connect. Okay. Madhu Babu, what you can do is you open that particular Excel file which you are trying to connect and save as the latest version of Excel, that is Excel SX, then try to connect. It should connect. I have told you this particular step in the first session as well. Some other person was getting the same error. You save it as Excel SX, then try to connect it. It should connect. It's due to the drivers. Your system might not be having the required drivers, because of which it's giving the error. Okay. So first of all, let's add the title. Now, after you give the title, you need to give the company logo as well, so that you should know that this particular dashboard is prepared or developed for a particular organization. Now we are developing this for the training purpose. So you can add any one images. I go to ExcelR logo. I pick up on ExcelR logo and I post it over here. I can put a ExcelR logo over here. You can put any logo, but it's necessary to put a logo so that everybody knows this particular dashboard is developed by so and so organization, or its dashboard belongs to this particular organization. So whenever you put a logo, it gives a sense of belongingness, like this is developed for this particular organization. This is our own dashboard. So if you insert a text box like this, double click and start writing, the font will be very smaller. You just need to increase the font. Download any logo from the internet and just add it over here. How do you load the logo? Just click on the image and travels to that particular logo. For example, if I want to add Power BI logo, I can also add that. Let me delete the ExcelR logo. Let me add the Power BI one. I've added the logo for Microsoft Power BI. I can add two logos as well. For example, if I go over here, I can add the logo for ExcelR as well in the right side. Okay, I can add two logos as well, no problem. We develop for ExcelR and the developer company is this one. It was developed by Power BI to ExcelR. We can say that. Do let me know once you added the logo, then we can go on with the visualizations. Is everybody added the logo? Can you guys confirm? Okay, let's move on to the adding the filters. So the next step will be adding the filters. So before adding the filters for cosmetics, let's put a vertical line. How do we put the vertical line? You have seen that in the this third session itself, third or second session, we use a particular line for that. Shapes, get this line. This is horizontal. Let me rotate it to vertical. Go to format, rotation, and here you put 90 degrees. Just rotate it to 90 degrees. So in this particular area, I will add the filters. If you want to change the color of this line, you need to go to style and you can put a different color. Like I can put a orange color as well. This one. I can give in the borders, I can give a different color. I can give a this particular color as well. So that I get a straight line over here, which will act as a partition between filter and the visual. So the user can see these are the filters, these are the visualization which will change based on the filter. Do let me know once you inserted this particular line. Okay, I will show once again. Go to shapes, insert this particular line. Now this is a vertical horizontal line. I want to move it to vertical. So I need to rotate it to 90 degree, right? This is, if I rotate this line to 90 degree, it will become vertical. So in the rotation, inside all, I write 90 degree. So the line is rotated to 90 degree. I just reduce the width of the line so that I get a straight line. Just put it over here. And if you want to change the color, go to style, go to borders and change the color from here. For example, if I want to give yellow, I can give a yellow color. Is it clear? Hope everybody has added the line. Let's see what we can add into the filters. First of all, I can add the category, or the first and foremost is the date. Let's add date to the filter. Okay, so first of all, I click on the slicer. Can you see it's applied over here? Then I click check. So from the order date, I want year and month. I click on year, then I click on month. Can you see? Year is being added, and if you click on the drop down, you can see the appropriate months. How do I added that? I will show you once again. I click on slicer. A slicer has been added over here. Then I click on month. Sorry, year and month. I had both of them. And if I click on to expand that, I get the months beside that. Okay. Now, if you see, this is occupying the whole space filter area over here, right? I need to add a few more filters as well. So what I do is, instead of this particular thing, I go to slicer settings. Instead of vertical list, I will say drop down. So if you select drop down, can you see it occupies very little amount of space, right? If you say drop down, it occupies very little amount of space. So we can format drop down from here. Okay, the next step which I do is I will change the title. And this is slicer return. I say here select period. Okay, I say select period, and if I want, I can give a good background as well. I can give a good background as well. Okay. Can everybody add the slicer for date period? You can do the formatting work as per your requirement. If you want to increase the font, you can increase the font as well. Okay, here you can clearly see the fonts. Once you complete a add-in slicer, do let me know. We can add the other slicers as well. So after drop down, what will happen? You are saying you are asking about this one. Once you click on that, you get a drop down and you can expand it. Can you see the scroll bar? You can expand it. And you can select the time period. If I want to view only for the October 2023, I can just select October. That is, sorry, October 2022, we can select the October. If you want August, we can select the August. Once you added this, do let me know. We can add the other slicers as well. Always do the formatting. Formatting is most important because as simple as this. If you eat a dosa from a roadside stall, it will cost you around 40 to 50 rupees. At the same dosa, if you eat it at a 3-star hotel, it will cost you around 120 rupees. That same dosa, if you eat at a 5-star or 7-star hotel like Taj or JW, it might cost you around 600 to 700 rupees or more than that, right? The ingredients is same thing, but the presentation, how they present is different. The normal roadside stall might give you in a plastic plate or in a paper plate. The 3-star, the normal restaurant and hotel may give it in your ceramic plate or a plastic plate. And the Taj might give you in a silver plate or something very expensive. And the way they present the dosa with chutneys and everything, that will be amazing. So the way you present the data, the way you format it, that's the most important in the uh, data visualization. Data analytics you can do in the backend. That's one thing which is a backbone. But the front end which user sees, the consumer sees, is the dashboard. So then you need to format that in a better way. Is everybody added this slicer? Yes. Then let's add the few more slicers. What are the slicers we want? So the better way to copy, use this, add new slicer is copy this one so that the formatting remains the same. And instead of order date, you put the category, which category you want, and change the header. Change the header to category. That's it. Now a new filter has been added for category. Similarly, we can add for segment as well. Segment also what we do? Where the segment, add it over here. Add it on to is here, and I rename the header as segment. Okay. Similarly, I can add country and region as well. Can add country and region and rename the header to country or region. Country. And next you can add the lastly, you can add the subcategory. Where is my subcategory? Yeah. Subcategory. Or you can add this subcat. You can put a hierarchy as well. First of all, let's the people select segment. Then it selects the category. Then the subcategory. And country, we can move it over here. We can add a hierarchy as well. Kind of subcategory, then category, and then segment, and then the country. So what happens now is people will first select the time period, then he will go for his particular country, in which country he is interested in. Then he will go for a particular segment. Then he will go for the category which he want to do, and he go for the subcategory as well. So it's from the top to bottom approach. First of all, country, then inside country, which segment, which category, and which subcategory. So we can also put the filters in the hierarchical format. Can you guys add this particular 5 filters? Somebody's asked the question about how do I took the month and year into the time period. So what I had done over here is from the order date, I checked year and month. That's it. I get month and year over. Yeah. For you, it might be taking the old format because you might have checked this. Just check in, just expand the hierarchy and check year and month itself. Manisha, if you're not getting the hierarchy, then you need to check on two things. First thing is you need to go to transform data and check whether it's in the proper date format or not. This is the first step. Check whether it's in the proper date format or not in the Power Query. Next, you need to go to, if that's it, that thing is proper, it's in a proper date format. You go to options and settings. Go to data load and click on this time intelligence, auto date time for new files. Okay, on data load, say auto date time for new files. And also on the current file as well, you can check this. You check both of them, you should get a data hierarchy. If you checked both and made the changes, if it is not getting applied, save this workbook and close it and reopen it. You should get a data hierarchy. For others, you added this particular filters. Okay, maybe everyone has added this. Now let's add some visuals into it. First of all, let me add a map visual to give the geographical information. In the location, I put the state. I want to say state-wise sales. I use it into the location and in the bubbles. If I go down, there should be bubbles. Can you see bubble size? I want to increase the bubble size by sales. Can you see? Within United States, wherever the sales are higher, you get a bigger bubble size, and wherever the sales are lower, you get a smaller ones. Okay. And Inside bubble, now you can clearly see the bubbles, how it is placed. Okay. I need to edit the title. I need to go to format, general, title. I can say sales by state. I can give the same formatting as of this. I go over here and give the same format. No, it's not appearing because it's on this. It's on the header. I just increase the header to 15 and background color to this particular one. Okay. Because it was on the slicer header, that's reason it's not getting applied onto the title. You can go onto the title and change the same format. You need to click on the visual, bubbles, 16, and change the title. Just add the map visual. Is everyone added the map visual? Okay. How to add the map visual? You need to click on this particular one, fourth row, first column, map. Click on that, and inside location, you had the state and province. You just click on it, it will automatically get added to the location. And in the bubble size, you add sales. That's it. You get this particular map. I give you another 2 minutes to complete the map visual. Then we will move on to the building the other visuals. Hope everybody added the map visual. Let's now add the category wise sales and segment wise sales. If you see the category and segment, only we have around 3 entries into category and segment. If you see category, there are only 3 entries: furniture, office supplies, and technology. And if you see the segment also is consumer, home office, and corporate. So what will be the best visual for that? What should be the best visual for only 3 entries? Right, pie chart. Pie chart is the best one. But can we add a donut chart to give you more kind of visual representation? Yeah, pie chart is the best one. Let's add donut chart to it. So whenever you add a new chart, click on the white space, add the pie chart over. Okay. I use the format painter to have the same format. Now I want category wise sales. In the legend, I put category and the values I put sales. Now I can little bit increase the font of these detail labels. So here label contents, if you want data value, you can use only data value so that you get the numbers. So percentages I can see from here, approximate percentage. So I will use only the values, data values. I increase the font so that it's visible. And I put border to it. Go to general, effects, it should be in the effects. Visual border. Inside effects, there is a visual border. Here also, I will add the visual border. So I can see, I can have a border for this visual. And similarly, I can add a donut chart for segment as well. I just shrink a little bit. We just shrink from here. So that both of them are in the same size. But instead of category, I will add segment. I remove the category from here and add the segment. So I get sum of sales by category and sum of sales by segment. So you can easily compare under each category what is the sales, under each segment what is the sales. Is it clear for everyone? Can you create this particular 2 pie charts? So somebody asked me, can we take subcategory into a pie chart? Let's see if we take it, what will happen. So if you put subcategory, can you see how many slices are there? Can you easily identify what is the major contributor? What is the, for example, if you see this, I can see 50% of my sales is happening from consumers. Around 30% is happening from corporate and 20% is happening from home office. I can get an approximate value based on my first impression itself, first interpretation itself, without overing into and finding out the values, percentages. By the visual itself, I can see consumer is 50% because it occupies half of the pie. And if you see corporate, it occupies 1/3 of the pie, which is I can say near about 30%. This occupies the 1/5 of the pie, which will be around 20%. So I can easily recognize how much percentage contribution and values from the pie chart. But if you see over here, it's very hard to interpret. Can you see? Because there are more pies. So as I told you, if it is more than 6 to 8 pies, never use a pie chart. This 3, 3, and 9. It's 9. It's too complicated. No, it's not 9. It's more than 9. If you go down, it's more than 9. And you see, it's around 18. So we cannot use subcategory into the pie chart. Is it clear? Do let me know once you created this pie chart, then we create a one more visual over here. Just give me 1 minute. Let me change the network. I can see somebody written that my voice is breaking in between. Just give me 1 minute. Let me change the network. Guys, do stop me if my voice is not clear or audible. Okay. Sir, can you show why what do you add in second pie chart? In donut chart. In the second donut chart, I added segment and sum of sales in the values. In the legend, I add segment and sum of sales in these values. Okay, now let's add one more visual. We seen by state, we seen by category, we seen by segment as well. Now let's see by the subcategory as well. I add one more visual, a column chart, a clustered column chart. A clustered column chart, let's add it over here. And let's add the subcategory into it. In the x-axis, I put subcategory, and the y-axis, I put sum of sales. Here we can see what is the sales by subcategory. Can you see what is the sales by subcategory? Just add this one. I give another 2 minutes to create this particular visual. Then we will create one more feature. Okay, I will explain you one more time how to add this particular cluster called the column chart. First of all, you need to add a clustered column chart, which is this one. You can add cluster column chart or the stacked column chart. Any one of them can add. Okay, add any one of them. You get this particular one over here. I had the subcategory into x-axis and sales into y-axis. That's it. I want the same format as of this. I select this one, format painter, and I paint the format over. As simple as this. Okay. Once we created this, we add the summary dashboard where we have the summary of all the segment level, state level, subcategory level, and so on. Now what I want is the product, the category level analysis. I can say category, or I can say product level analysis. Product analysis. So similarly, I will insert a first of all the title. I can give the name as product analysis. I just increase the font to 44, similar to the one which we done in the summary page. Increase to 44, center, and Times New Roman. Use the consistent font across. I put Times New Roman. The background I can use the lighter shade of gray. That is this one. And here also you can put the images. You need to put the images here as well. I just copy it and paste it over here. Okay. Now let's add that particular line as well. Instead of adding it, I can copy the line from here. Just copy and paste it over here. Just add these three things, then we can move on to adding the visualizations. Okay, now let's add the filter. Now what I need is the time period filter will be common for everywhere because everyone wants to view for a particular period. Let's say I want to view for this particular year. Next, I want to view the performance of this particular month and all. So the time period will be common across. I will use the time period. So whenever you get an option for that, whenever I copy and paste it over here, you get the option called sync, don't sync. Always use the sync option. What the sync option does is, whatever time period I select over here, for example, I select 2020, here also the 2020 will get selected. If I select 2022 over here, similarly here also 2022 will be selected. So whatever you are selecting the first one will get synced with the next visual system as well. Okay. So the filters are in sync. Then after period, you need to add the category because we are adding the product analysis. We need to add category and subcategory. Okay, just copy this and paste it over here and say sync. Instead of creating a new slicer, just add the existing one and say okay. Now we added period, category, and subcategory. So what is missing now? Can anybody tell me what the filter I can add now and which is missing? Anybody tell me over the chat which is the field I need to add now? Products, right? I need to add the products because we are doing analysis on the products. So let's add the product. I will copy this slicer and create a new one so that it's in the same format. I will add the product name into it. I will remove the subcategory. I will add the product. Okay. I have the inner space over here, so I will make it as a vertical list. In the slicer settings, I make it as a vertical list. Okay, because I have enough space over here, I don't need to add any more things. So I have enough space over here. First of all, everybody add these 4 slicers. Then we will see what is exactly missing on this slicer. What extra we can add. Do confirm me once you add these 4 slicers. Okay, everybody added. I hope everybody has added the slicers. So if you see this product name, it's very difficult to find a particular product, right? It's very difficult to find a particular product because there are n number of products over here. And I do, if I get a search option over here, will it be useful to me? If I get a search option onto it, that will be useful to me, right? If I get any search option, it will be useful. So what I do is I click over here and click on the search button. So I get a search option. This is one of the feature of slicer. So you need to click on search. It will enable the search. If you click one more time, it will disable. Now I clicked on search. For example, I want to search for something called staple. I put the staple. I get all the things related to staple. 3-ring staple, easy staple, staple envelope, and so on. Right? Similarly, you can search and get your product. Right? If I want to see how the staples are selling, I say just click on that and I will get the visuals for that. So it will be easy for me. So add a search search functionality to the slicer. How do you add it? 3 dots and click on search. It will be added. Just add it and then we can build the visualizations. Okay, now let's, first of all, I need to show by category. So let's add a pie chart. Always remember to click on the white space. This mistake I always do. Always click on the white space and let's add a pie chart or a donut chart, anything. Let's add pie chart. We had donut chart in the previous page. Let's add a pie chart. Let's say category wise sales. This is my category. This is the sales. I just add it. I add the same formatting to it. So I just copy the formatting from here. I just click on it. Home, format painter. I come over here and click onto it. I get the same formatting. Okay. Everybody add this pie chart. Okay, once you add the pie chart, we need to add a subcategory as well. For subcategory, can we use this tree map? I use this tree map for doing the subcategory wise sales. Expand it. Put subcategory into the category field and values, you put sales. In values, you put the sales. So can you see chairs are the one which sell a lot, followed by phones, storage, tables, and binders. Let's add the same formatting. And the same formatting over here. Okay, now you can see these fasteners are the lowest one, followed by labels, arts, and envelopes. The topmost selling are chairs, phones, storage tables, and so on. Okay, now we added category wise sales, subcategory wise sales, and everything. But is only the sales important? Is only the sales important? What are the other things I need to show over here for the product analysis? Can anyone tell me over the chat window? Quantity, yes, quantity is okay. One thing, the other thing, which is most important in any of the organization, profit. Because profit means you are profitable. If you see some of the companies, if you see some company, if people followed Shark Tank and all, you see they say we are burning the cash. We are still burning. That means they are still in the losses. They are not making the profit. They're doing the sales, but doing at losses because they want to acquire the customers first. Then they start gaining the profit. For example, if you see Swiggy and Zomato, when they were in the market, I would say in the initial period, let's say 2018, 2016, 2017, and 2018, we were not used to the online food ordering, right? At that time, they used to give a lot of discount. That they have put lot of the revenue into the marketing spend. Then they give us the around 60-70% of the discount. That means they were selling their product at losses. The reason behind that is they want to acquire the customers first. Okay. Similarly, for any organization, the main thing is how much profit they are earning from the sales. If they are in the losses, that means the company is not performing well or it's in the initial stage, right? So first of all, let's compare profit versus sales by subcategory. For that, which visual I can use? This is stack bar chart, stack column chart, cluster bar chart, cluster column chart, 100% stack bar and column chart, line chart, area. This is a line and stacked column chart, line and clustered column chart. There are many options. Which one I can use it now to show profit and sales? Can anyone tell me which one I can use for profit and sales? We already shown this particular analysis in our previous session, right? can we use a in a column chart or a bar chart? I can show only one thing, which is profit or sales. No, clustered, stacked, bar chart or column chart. No, we have this combo chart called line and clustered column chart, which we can use to show sales and profit, because here there are two graphs in a single visualization. One is column, the other is a line. So I can use this particular one. So I use this particular one and I put subcategory over here in the x-axis, and the column y-axis I put the sales, and the line y-axis I put the profit. If you see over here, if you see onto this, the the uh, the axis for profit and sales is one and the same. We have single axis for profit and sales, because of which the profit seems to be very low. It's nearly touching the x-axis, which is incorrect. We cannot have a single axis for sales and profit, because if you do a sales of 1,000 rupees, the profit which you earn might be like 100 or 150 rupees. So if you compare both of them on a same axis, the profit, even though it's good, it will always touch near the x-axis. So what is the option we have now? We have seen dual axis. Can we say, can we on the secondary y-axis? And now it looks better. Now it's give a good picture that for copiers and bookcases, we have good amount of profit. But for tables and bookcases, we have negative profit, right? Now tables and bookcases, we have negative profit. For rest, we have a good amount of profit. For example, appliances, as accessories and copiers, if you see, copiers have a good amount of profit. Also the accessories and also the phones, we have good profit. But for the rest, that is tables, then bookcases, we have a negative profit. Also for the supplies. Supplies is okay. Okay, supplies also we have negative profit. Can you see this? Supplies also we have negative profit. Similarly for this fasteners also we have negative profit. That's okay, because not negative profit, very low profit, but that's okay because with the sales is also less. So can we add a combo chart like this, bar and column and line chart to show profit versus sales by subcategory? Can you guys add this? This is a clustered column and line chart. Second row, fourth column, this one. No, the 3D charts are not possible onto the Power BI. You can have some custom visualization which use the 3D chart, but normally we don't put 3D charts onto the visualization. It's always strains your eyes. It's not a movie that we can put a 3D thing. It's a visualization. People used to look each and every time. So 3D and the fancy colors will always strain your eyes. Okay. Now let's see the analysis on the product, but we haven't added the product yet. So let's add one visual for product level analysis. I use a stacked column chart. I put product name onto the x-axis and profit onto the y-axis. Can you see it's a long tail over here? It's a long tail over here. That's very difficult to see all the products. So what, first of all, let me put the formatting proper. Okay. So first of all, it's very difficult to view these particular products, right? So can I add, instead of adding all the products, can I add top 10 products into it? Only the top 10 products. So for that, how to add the top 10 products? For that, I need to go to filters. Instead of adding all the products over here, I should add only the top 10 products. Go to filters, expand the product name and the filter type. Just follow me how what I'm doing right now. You can note it down if you want. I go expand the filters pane. I go to product name, then is filter type top N. The filter type I select top N. I want top 10, so I said 10. But based on what you need the top 10, based on the sales, which products have the top 10 sales. I pull the sales and put it over here and I say apply. What I say filter type top N. In the top, I select 10. I want 10 products which are top in sales by value. I want top 10 products by sales. So I put sum of sales over here and say apply. That's it. I get the top 10 sales for top 10 products by sales. If I change a particular category, I will get that particular products for that particular category. Can you see? Can you guys add this top 10 products by category? Sorry, top 10 products by sales. And also the title I will give top 10 products by sale. I give the name as top 10 products by sales. Is everybody added the top 10 sales? Can anybody confirm if I move to the next topic? Sir, I am getting this chart with wrong values. What? What's the wrong values we are getting? Okay, Kanishka, can you show me what exactly you added into the filter? Top 10. Can you show me this particular screenshot where you applied the filter? Top 10 by sales. This is perfect. Top 10 by sum of sales. Okay. Then it should get a proper result. I don't know why you are getting the other way around. Okay, now show me, now confirm me whether you added in the x-axis the product name and sum of sales in the y-axis, or you added something else in the y-axis. Is it in the y-axis is sum of sales? Just check, you might have added a profit or something over here. That might be a reason you're getting something negative or less than that. Normally it doesn't happen. If you apply the filter properly and you put it over here, you get the same thing. Product name and sum of profit. I'm not sure, Kanishka, why you are getting the wrong result. I would recommend after the session, delete it. You will get the recording in the YouTube instantly. So delete this one, delete this chart and try to create a new one. But normally you get the correct result. Okay, because I can't, there is no screen sharing functionality available right now, because of which I cannot look into a screen and see what exactly is the problem. But if I believe that you applied everything perfectly, then also getting the wrong one. Okay, no problem. Just go through recording and try once again. You should get the resolution. Okay. Now, there is one important thing which is asked frequently in the interviews. There is one important thing which is asked frequently in the interviews. That is RLS. What is RLS? RLS is called as a row level security. Where is my notepad? RLS, which is called as a row level security. RLS is called as a row level security. Let's understand what exactly this RLS is. Let's understand what exactly is a RLS. For example, let's say I have three categories. One is technology, furniture, and office supplies. There are three categories, right? One is technology, furniture, and office supplies. Okay. Now, there is a each separate manager for technology. There is a one manager. For furniture, there is other manager. For office supplies, there is other manager. There are three different managers for each of the category. Now, what I want as a shopkeeper, the superstore owner, I don't want the technology manager to view the data of furniture, and the furniture manager should not view the data of technology and office supplies. That means technology manager should view only the data of technology. Furniture manager should view only the only the data of furniture. Similarly, for office supplies, that person should view only data for office supplies. Is that clear? Is my requirement clear to everyone? Okay. So how do we achieve it? To achieve that particular thing, we have the functionality called RLS in Power BI. Let's see how do we implement the RLS. First of all, I go to modeling. and I go to modeling, I click on manage roles. Okay. These roles are nothing but I will assign a role for each and every person. So these rows are nothing but a kind of filtering condition. I go to modeling and I click on manage roles. Here I click on create a new role. I give the role name as, once I click on role, I get this particular name. I say technology. This is my role. And can you see I have all the three tables over here. I want to apply filter on orders table. So I click on orders table, the three dot, I select orders table and three dot, add filter on category. The category should be equal to technology. The category should be equal to technology. Okay. Similarly, I create one more role called office supplies. So here also I will add a filter to orders table, add filter, orders, add filter. Again, I click on category. I type office supplies. Okay. Now after office supply, what is the next category? Furniture. I add one more role called furniture. In the orders, same thing. I add a filter for category and where category should be equal to furniture. Okay. Now I added the three rows. Office supplies, the category should be filtered for office supplies. Technology, the category should be filtered for technology. And furniture, the category should be filtered for furniture. I say save. Now there are three roles, three kind of filtrations has been added into the Power BI. Is everyone understood this? Is everyone understood this? How to add the roles in Power BI? Okay. Do add the three rows. Then we will see. Now we added the filtering conditions. Right? Now we added the filtering condition. Now after this, we will see how we can assign these roles to a particular user. For example, let's say that is a manager for technology with the name XYZ. I need to assign that particular XYZ person the role of technology. Similarly, for furniture, that is a person called, let's say, ABC. That ABC person should assign to the role furniture. Similarly, for office supplies. Once, first of all, you create this, then we will see how to assign that roles to the user. Do confirm me once you created the roles. Okay, is everyone created the roles? Can you open the manage role tab? Can you please show the manage roles window? Okay. Modeling, go to manage roles. Inside that you need to create, you get the name and in the orders, whichever column you want to apply the filter, you click over here, add filter and select the column. It will got added over here. Then you write equal to in double quotes this particular filtering condition. That's it. Is everyone created this? Okay. Now I added the rows, but I want to test it, right? Whatever you do, we need to test it as well, right? As a part of the process. Whatever you create, you need to test it whether it's working properly or not. So I go to view as, I want to view as furniture. Let's say whether I'm seeing only furniture as only. Yes, I can see only furniture related data. Now again, click on view as, I check for office supplies. Now I am seeing only office supplies related data. Then I will check for the last one, that is technology. Now I will see only the technology related data. That means my roles are working properly. Okay, now my roles are working properly. So now what I want to do is I want to assign a person to this particular roles. I want to assign the person, the manager of technology to the role technology, the manager of furniture person to the furniture, and so on. So for that, we cannot do that thing onto the Power BI desktop. We cannot do the assignment in the Power BI desktop. For that, we need to go to Power BI service. First of all, let's publish this publish the report to the Power BI service first. I click on publish. I publish into my training workspace. There are two workspaces. One is my personal, the other is a training. I select training and select OK. So now the dashboard is getting published to the training workspace. Okay, now it got published. Can you see the success? That means it got published. Now I will go to the app.powerbi.com, the Power BI service. This is also called as Microsoft Fabric as well. Recently, they renamed the Power BI service as the Microsoft Fabric. I go to my workspaces. I go to training. Can I see sales analytic dashboard, which is getting uploaded over here? How to add the roles onto the dashboard. First of all, I will locate the data set which I uploaded. This is the data set. I click on three dots over here. First of all, I locate the data set. Then I click on the three dots. Then I click on security. Can I see? Once I click on security, I can see three of the rows. I will again show you. This is my data set for sales analytics dashboard. I click on three dots. I will go to security. I will find that particular roles over here. Okay. Let's say the manager for furniture is this particular lady. This particular lady is the manager of furniture. I just put her email ID over here and say add. Now she is added to the role furniture. She will only see data for furniture. She won't be able to see data for other users. I say save. Then I go to office supplies. For office supplies, the manager for office supplies, this particular lady, Megan. I just say add and save. Now this particular lady has been assigned the role for office supplies. She can view the data only for office supplies. Now technology, let's say for technology, there is a person. Let's add someone. Alex Wilbur is a person who is the manager of technology. I will add his email ID onto over here and say save. That's it. Now I can say that these people will view only the data which is assigned as per the role. This particular lady will view only data for furniture. He will view only the data for office supplies, and he will view only data for the technology. Is it clear for everyone how to assign the roles? How to create the roles and assign the roles? Any queries onto it? You cannot have access to this Power BI service. People who have access, they can practice it. Others, they can take a note out of these steps, how to add, assign users the roles. I will explain you again how to assign users the role. First of all, you need to locate the data set where you need to assign the users. Click on three dots and security and click on the role and add the email ID of the respective person. RLS is row level security. It's row level security. I have already put it on the notepad. RLS is row level security. For example, if you added this particular lady, but later on, this person has moved out of the organization. She left the organization. If I want to remove her, just click on the cross. She will get deleted from the role. Is it clear for everyone? Okay, guys. Then let's move on to the Q&A part. If you have any queries regarding the Power BI, you can post it onto the chat. I will try to resolve it. Kanishka is saying, yeah, I have different managing roles option. What are the different roles you are saying? You can see the roles only which you have created. You cannot see different from that. I think it's a latest updated one, no problem. Or I think it's one the same. You click on new, then write a name, then you select the table and put the filters. There's nothing as such. This is, I think, your Power BI might have the recent update. Mine is a 2 month older Power BI. Only the UI got changed, nothing else. How to make dashboards on cloud natives. So this is not a part of syllabus, Arshal. So it's a kind of a different topic altogether. It will require another like half an hour to tell you how to make the dashboards in the Power BI service. So whatever we are taking over here, it's like the basic or most frequently used things in the industry. So as you note, within 10 hours, Power BI is a vast topic which is getting updated day by day. I won't say day by day, month on month, we get an update on Power BI. So vast topic. Cover all the topics of Power BI in 10-hour session. It's not possible. So what we cover up is the frequently used ones. If you want to learn the other topics of Power BI, just check with the EDL team. They might have different courses for that. You can check with them. They are the best person for learning the other Power BI stuff. Power BI, Excel, data science, and if you have any queries regarding that, a particular topic is not covered as a part of syllabus. And if you want to learn it, just check with them. They can guide you where you can get the resources and so on. If there are no questions, then I will conclude the session for today. I believe there are no questions. Is there anyone which I missed? No. Okay, guys, thanks for your time. Have a great night. Let's again meet tomorrow at the same time, 7 to 9. And tomorrow we will starting with Tableau. Thanks everyone for your time.
Thank you, Balaji.
Thanks, Chandana.
Guys, hope you enjoy the session. Please, for me, any questions, please let me know in the chat box. Deepanshu, on which day these sessions will end, sir? Next Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday, we are thinking.
No, Chandana, I believe it will be ended on Friday itself because Monday, Tuesday, it's like a festival. So we are planning to end on Friday. Just check with Amar. He has the idea.
Yeah, okay, Balaji. Thank you. Sumana, thanks, ma'am. Happy Navratri. Thank you, all of you. Happy Navratri. Is there any questions? I'm sharing the attendance link again. TR Srinivas. Madam, how to download video on LMS? Maybe you can't able to download that. You can see from there because you have a LMS access for lifetime. So you can access. So you can see. You can't download. Shalini, when will be the last date? Tomorrow I will clarify that, okay? I will discuss with my team and I will tell you. Mallikarjuna, there is no class for next Monday. I will confirm tomorrow. Any questions? I didn't get any questions from Zoom and YouTube as well. So we'll wind up the session for today. MB, can you repeat what? What I have to repeat? Announcement. Which announcement? Mallikarjuna, recording videos is there, ma'am. Yes, you can get recording videos so you can see. You can't able to download because LMS access you have in a lifetime. I think MB you're asking about this only, no? MB I will clarify tomorrow, okay? I will talk with my team and I will confirm you, okay? Sumana recorded sessions. You will get recorded sessions in LMS. Okay. Mallikarjuna, in where, ma'am, in YouTube? I didn't get your question. Recorded videos. No. In YouTube, I think you have a link means you will get. In LMS, you will get all the recordings. In LMS, you will get that YouTube link as well. I think your question was clarified. Share the link, ma'am. You have to register before. Starting class, my team was explained about LMS. So that time you have to register. Jyotika, can we leave? Yeah, if you don't have any query, you can leave. No issue. Sumana ma'am, you have already muted us, right, for sharing screen, video, and voice communication. Yes, Sumana, because all are not perfect, right? They will do anything. That's why. Can we leave now, ma'am? Yeah, if you don't have any query means you can leave. Thank you so much, Sumana. I hope there is no more questions. So we'll wind up the session for today. We'll meet you on the tomorrow for the same time, same place. Mallikarjuna, I'm not registered. What can I do, ma'am? Do one thing. You have a feedback form, right? You mention your whatever details and the feedback, whatever mentioned there. I need to register tomorrow. I will do that. Okay. I will give LMS access. You will get one mail. So after that, you have to register. Okay. Okay. Okay, then we'll wind up the session for today. Thank you for joining. Good night, everybody. Bye bye.